Hello, my name is Chris and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing Codewars 7 Caillou Diagnols Sum. So it says create a function that receives a square matrix and calculates the sum of both diagonals, main and secondary. So this is a 3x3 example. So what they're asking for is we're going in this direction and then in this direction. Right? So we're going to take the sum of those numbers. So 1 plus 5 plus 9, 1 plus 5 plus 9, 3 plus 5 plus 7, 3 plus 5 plus 7. Our answer should be 30. Alright, I'm going to go over to CodePen. I like to do my algorithms here so I can see them, see how the code is working as it happens. So we're going to grab this one here. Got a variable named matrix. Create my function. Just call it func. Doesn't really matter. And just to make sure CodePen is working correctly, we're going to return the matrix to start. Sometimes it locks up on me. We console.log. We should see the matrix. Oh, see, this is why I do this. What did I do wrong here? Oh, I forgot the square bracket there. There we go. Now we should be good. Cool. Alright, so there's a couple of different ways that I figure out how to do this. We're going to start with the first approach I took, which is basically creating a loop that is going to grab 1, 5, 9, put it into an array, and then another loop that's going to grab 3, 5, 7, put that in the same array, and then add up those numbers, right? So first thing we're going to need is we're going to need an empty array. We're going to call result. Okay. Then we're going to use a for loop. I'm going to let I equal 0. If I is less than matrix dot length, we increment I plus plus. So the first thing we want to do is figure out how we're going to get those numbers, right? So we're just going to console.log. First we're going to console.log I, make sure that's working correctly. 0, 1, 2, that's exactly what we want. And then we're going to put in the matrix and target those indices, excuse me, and then that's going to give us the full array. So then of course we need just one element in the array, and since we're taking element 0 and array 0, element 1 in array 1 and element 2 in array 2, this is pretty easy. We can just use I again. Oops, excuse me. Put that in the wrong spot. There we go. Now we should have 159. Very good. Okay. So then we got to figure out how we can access 3, 5, 7. So we're going to create another loop for let I equal 0. No. Let I equal matrix dot length minus 1. And then if I is greater or equal to 0, we're going to decrement it by 1. So let's see what the index looks like for this. So we're going to console.log I. Good. So now we have 2, 1, 0, which is exactly what we want because we want to go to this array. We want to go to this array, then this array, then this array, right? I'm going to comment this out so this is a little bit clearer. And then, of course, we want to use that on the matrix array. Okay. Right. Good. So now we're getting this one first, then this one first, then this one first. Now we can't do the same trick we did here, and I'll show you what's going to happen if we do. Right. You're going to get 9, 5, 1. Right, because it's going to go, because the I is equal to 2, you know, you're starting here, and then that's 2 as well. So you just get the same numbers. That's not what we want. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to create another index, and we're going to assign it to a let, and say index equals 0. And then what we can do here is we can make, oops, not that one. We can make this index, and then after, this is 741, right? Cool. And then after that, we're going to say index plus plus 753. Those are the numbers we want. Very good. All right. So next thing we got to do is we got to put all these numbers into result. So we're going to use result.push this value, and that will push the value to the end of this array, right? So that will put them all in there. So we're going to say result.push matrix I, and then same thing here, result.push matrix I index. Now let's return the result and see what we get. Result. There you go. 159753. 159. Well, 357. Same, doesn't matter. It's still going to work. Now what we can do, let's get rid of these console.logs. Now, as opposed to returning that array, we can use reduce. So it's going to take 2 parameters. It's going to be your total, and then we'll just call this num, so that's each num in the array. You got an arrow function, and then we need to give total an initial value, which is going to be not that, but 0, right? And then here we return total plus equal num, and we should get 30. And there it is. That's correct. So let's try this. Paste it into Codewars. Test it. And attempt. Very good. So let's go ahead and submit it. Now there is another way that we can do it that I don't like as much, but will cut down on your lines of code if you want to do it this way. So another way we could do this is, as opposed to making results an empty array, we're just going to make result 0. I'm going to initialize it with let. So now we're not going to need this here. All we're going to do is we're going to loop through. You're going to use these two loops, and then as opposed to pushing in the result, we're going to reassign result to result plus whatever the number is, right? So now it's going to look like this. So we need to say, oh wait, I'm going to leave that there for now. Result equals result plus, and then we're going to grab this, comment this out because it's making my console go bananas, and then down here we take a result equals result plus this value here, comment this out, and now we're going to return result. We should get 30 again. There we go. So I'm going to get rid of all these comments. And we're going to try this on the Codewars. Alright, test work. Tempt works. Good to go. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, like to see more, please like and subscribe. Enjoy your day.